it's okay to take a moment and to stop and to reflect and then carry on. Which brings us to our next talk, actually, which is all about resilience. Again, I've had the privilege of hearing quite a lot of the next talk by the lovely Juliana, and she's going to tell us a little bit about her journey and just I want to say battles that she's had to overcome, because we've all got battles, we've all had things that we have come up against. So we're going to hear about hers and also the inspiration that she's still here and she's telling her story now. Thank you.
Ouça bem, meu bem, a vida não te tira nada sem dar nada em troca. I just sang to you, life doesn't take you anything without giving you something back. This is a song by a Brazilian musician, Saulo Fernandes. Before I was born, on my dad's birthday, my mom bought a cake, dropped it home, and went out to get him a gift. She got him a shirt. While waiting on the bus stop, she got hit by a car. She was 6 months pregnant and holding my sister, Luciana, who was about to turn 2. Both kids died. After 12 surgeries, a few years later, my mom started walking again. And then the miracle happened. She had my brother, Gustavo, and I. But my mom, she didn't take for granted the second chance she had in life and the miracle of being a mom again. Every day will count. Every day she would say, what a beautiful day. Growing up with my mom was all about being grateful for what you have and for what was around us. The sun, the moon, the sea we could see, fruits, vegetables, water. On Mondays, my mom would take us to the beach after school. And Mondays would never be ordinary Monday because she would make it fun and special. Every day will count. My dad, most of the time he was unemployed and drunk, but he was also fun. So we couldn't help but love him. I grew up dreaming to have a better life. So when the time came, I went to start construction. I got a job that changed my life and my family's life. Soon after, I got a scholarship in university. And I was now the first in the house to have a regular income and a university degree. Now, for my family, it counts a lot because my mom and my dad, they couldn't read or write. So for us, it was a great deal. But the girl from Olinda City wants to learn more and see the world. So I quit my job after 7 years in the company, and I said, I'm going to Cambridge. I had no visa, or no guaranteed visa. I had 200 pounds. And I decided to change my life. I spent a year in Cambridge. I went back to Brazil, and I finished my uni. I came back again, but they didn't let me in. So I got deported. 2 years later, I got married, And I came back to England. This time they left me. And my first job was at the airport, Heathrow Airport. Night shift doing cleaning. I loved it. I didn't need to speak to anyone English, so it was cool. After that, 9 years passed. I had a son. I was working from home, and I had something really uncomfortable going on. So I had that sort of call. You have to do the St. James Way walk, or Camino de Santiago pilgrimage. And I was like, I always got those sort of calls, and I was like, no. I got a small kid. I know nothing about it. No, I can't do that. But when you are aligned to your call and dare to embrace it, you will do it. 3 months after, I was with my backpack, shoes, and a book to follow. So off I went. 260 kilometers, 90 days, walking on my own, gave me the time to practice stillness, learn about myself, increase my self-awareness and intuition. I came back another person. 9 months after my walk, my mom passed away, and I made to Brazil just 2 weeks before. After lockdown, I came back to England. A year passed, and I came across MOE Foundation. And it is also changing my life. I did the course with Mark. Mark is here today. Don't know. And I realized that I really needed a safe space. I couldn't do this by myself anymore. So I started my therapy sessions. And it started pretty much like that. Agnes would ask me, how are you today? And I would say, well, 77% of me is like, okay. I think that's how I realized how much I needed help. But a few months after, my dad also passed away. And I just made it to his funeral. 9 months after my father died, I lost my 7 years job. I was made redundant. So, in less than 3 years, I lost my mom, I lost my dad, I lost my job. With the job, I lost the therapy sessions. I had the financial disasters going on. And so much, all the normal problems we have every day. But losing my job was the best thing that happened to me. I made my own decision to have 3 months break at least, while I could still pay for the bills, or my part of the bills. I no longer need to run to pick up my son, or I no longer had to rush, because I did went back to run. I started running again. I started writing again, and the writing was always my rescue, my safe place. Since I was 12, I started going to concerts by myself. I got a tattoo. My mom said I could only have a tattoo when she died. I did it. I also posted my first picture on Instagram. And I went from having 144 followers to, I think, 180 86 now I got. Every day I would go to walk in nature. Every day I start seeing again all the beautiful things we got available to us, but we don't pay attention because we are too busy thinking about what's next. What's next? But I cried. I cried a lot. I cried what I haven't cried for the last 3 years. It's helped me with my intuition, my self-awareness, to start making better and happy decisions. 4 months after, I got a great job in a marketing company. I met the best leader you could ever have. I don't think she realized how messy that was, but she was so compassionate. I started running again. I ran 2 marathons. I finished an MBA since then. I took my son, who is now 7 years old, to Santiago, the Compostela, and I told him all about my walk. Oh, he got super excited about that. Made me happy. And I'm now a part of a community because I think I really missed that. To be part of something that has meaning. So, remember, we do not miss up by taking breaks or giving up on things that is no longer serving our purpose. We miss out when we are doing things that's no longer serving us. I think life is now quite extraordinary for me. But only you can define what extraordinary is for you and for your life. Only you. Thank you.
That was powerful. Sometimes death comes to teach us how to live. How many of us recognize that? Those times in our life where death or a passing happens, and then we just get that moment of reflection, and then we begin to think, what's really important in life? What matters most? And then I guess we reflect on how we're living. And, you know, Juliana, listening to that was really, really powerful for me, especially when you ended with your son, because I was thinking of a mother's love. And that resonated hugely with MOE Foundation being built on a mother's love and what a mother's love has done for the Robson family. So yeah, thank you so much for sharing that.